What's more frustrating than paying for ads but getting zero return? How about leads coming in but never actually booking? That is exactly the problem that one of my clients faced until they made one simple change. In this video, I'm going to break down how we help them clean up their lead conversion process and add over 20 new patients a month without spending any money on marketing. Now, this clinic had no problem getting attention. In fact, they were getting anywhere from 10 to 15 new leads a week. Now, most of these leads were coming in through Facebook ads or the form on their website, and they even had a good amount coming from Google. So on the surface, it looked like their marketing was working great. The phones were buzzing, they were getting a lot of texts with questions, and the inquiries were just rolling in. But most of those leads were not actually turning into actual appointments. After someone reached out, follow-up process was super messy. Sometimes it even took staff members 3 to 7 days to respond. Sometimes messages even got lost, and most of the time, the front desk didn't even try to book an appointment. So imagine how frustrating this is. You're paying for ads, you're getting the interest, but then you're watching potential patients slip through the cracks week after week after week. That's super frustrating, right? Now, this problem isn't just unique to my one clinic. In fact, I can think of 3 more clinics who are having the same exact issue. So if this is happening to you, you're not alone. If your follow-ups are too slow, meaning it's taking hours or worse days to follow up with the patients that are reaching out to you, then chances are those potential patients have already moved on and booked with someone else by the time you actually reach out. If you feel like this is happening to you, then schedule a free call with me by clicking the link in the description. We'll figure out a solution to help your practice. Now, the second issue is that the booking process itself was way too complicated. Patients didn't want to jump through hoops just to get scheduled, and they certainly didn't want to have to go back 3 or 4 times with messages to get scheduled. The third issue they have is there's no clear system in place to follow up with the leads. No one knew who followed up, how long it took, or if anything was done at all. And finally, some clinics have staff that have no idea whose responsibility it even is to follow up with these leads. So remember, if it's everyone's job, it's no one's job, and it's probably not getting done. And that's how your good marketing dollars can go to waste. Now, in just a second, I'm going to show you how that one change completely turned everything around and kept patients from slipping away mid-process. So here's the fix. We made one big change, was to get the patient on the phone first. Instead of long delays and getting back and forth texts, the staff started to respond right away and invited them to get on a quick call. Once on the phone, the staff member was able to use a simple script or ask the patient lots of questions and then get them booked within 5 minutes or less. And just to make sure no one slipped through the cracks, we added a backup system in case the team couldn't connect with them right away. We had an automated text that actually went out if the person wasn't responded to within 10 minutes, letting them know we got their text and we will be in touch with them shortly. Or if it was after hours, we would give them a call back in the morning. That one shift, moving conversation from text to the phone, is what turned interest into real booked appointments. We also set a new standard. Every call or text should be responded to within 5 to 15 minutes, not hours and certainly not days, minutes. And to make that possible, we helped set up a simple automated system that was inside their CRM. That way, no inquiries slipped through the cracks. And the team always knew who needed to follow up. We also made scheduling appointments easy. No long forms to fill out before the patient even got scheduled. And no back and forth. Just one clear option, hop on a quick call, answer their questions, and get them booked. The combination of speed and simplicity is what made this system stick and why it still keeps working week after week. But what happened after we made these simple changes? Their lead conversions more than doubled. Instead of losing money on their inquiries, the majority of them actually turned to book appointments. Obviously, the doctor was super excited, and the staff felt a huge sense of relief too. They knew exactly who was supposed to respond to the leads, and then they'd make a note in the patient's chart on who did it and when it was done, or in their lead if they didn't have a chart. So no one was left wondering if somebody responded to the person or not. The patients all noticed the difference right away. They felt heard, they felt taken care of, and they liked that they were able to schedule quickly, which built trust from the very beginning. And here's the best part. All this growth happened without spending a single dollar on marketing. Just by fixing the follow-up process, this clinic was able to add 15 patients or more a month. So if your practice is getting leads, but they're not converting into appointments, chances are your problem isn't the marketing, but it's your processes. So Fixing your follow-up process can be the fastest and simplest way to grow. And if you want another real example, check out my next video where we break down how a med spa was able to grow their profit by $30,000 just by fixing their pricing. Simple changes can equal big results. So I'll see you in the next video.